So back to the screen. As you can see in the top podcast, today's topic is about laser cutting machines. So today we are going to basically introduce you four main topics. The first is showing you our machine factory, and after that we are going to introduce you the multiple different machine models we have from the smallest one to the large machine model, and for different machine cutting powers also. And after that, we're going to introduce you the main components we have to assemble the machine, and what are the components that assemble together to become the machine's whole body. And for the last is to show you some machine selection and the shapement details. Okay. So as you can see in the above photo, this is our machine factory. We have multiple over 6 workshop to do different process for the machine from more raw material to finished assemble site. So as you see, the factory has covered over 900,000 kilometer area, and this is our machine factory. Hopefully you will see more detail in this video. So yes, this is the machine factory. We go to the factory and shot this video from outside of the factory and the workshop first. And you can see different workshop, they do different tasks for the machine. And they will be showing you some raw material placed in the nature area, as we call it, the nature aging for the machine raw material and the main parts. So this is the factory. You can see this is the raw material we place in the nature site. Very big manufacturer plant. The entire manufacture plant has covered the 900,000 centimeters area. And this is the casting and welding site. And I will show you the raw material again. And from this picture, you see is the machine's main parts casting and tempering warehouse. So after the natural aging, all the material comes to this manufacturing plant, and we do the natural aging and the tempering for the machine base to help it gain more hardness and to shape it like the perfect shape for the machine bed. This is the natural aging site. Okay. So as you can see also above in the photo, those are some materials placed in nature site, and from the picture above my head is the indoor manufacture site, and on the brand you can see that's our company which we are eager to become the most well-known machine service company in the world. And I'll show you this is our single area. So as you can see, this is our machine single area. We have placed all the raw material after nature aging, and we come across all the machine to place in this warehouse. So we have over 318 engineers to help us to do the machine maintaining and to do the manufacture. So this is the warehouse, you can see. Okay. And for the next page, this is also our machines factory. You can see all the raw materials and machine beds we are placed on the warehouse and on 2 sides of the warehouse, which are placed in the order. So from the big, large components to the small components, and each step we did for the machines process are very ordered and arranged we process step by step. Okay, I will show you two simple videos so you will see more clear. So this is a machine we use to process our machine bed.
Hello everyone, this is Grace. Later I will let Chris to make an introduction of our laser cutting factory and laser cutting details.
Okay, and this is also our machine's manufacture side. We have our engineer to do the assemble and to do the welding process on the machine's small components to link each component together to become a whole machine surface and the machine structures. Okay.
For the machine structure, all the process is by yourself.
Yes, all the process we did for the machine structure we have done by ourselves. That's right.
Okay.
Yes. So this is the semi-finished machine component with some finished machine set in this warehouse. So this is basically our last step for the machine production. We have the engineer to assemble the machine and to place the finished set on the other half of the workshop. So you can see in this video. And obviously you can see in this video clip, the machine is done by some welding process and the blasting process. After this, all the components will be composed together and to place in another sector, which is this. This is basically our machine finished inventory.
This is which series of your laser cutting machine?
As you see above in the picture is the H series machine. So the H series machine is quite substantial because it has a external protection shield to protect the engineer or the machine controller to help them from the damage of the machine cutting when the blades sprawling everywhere.
I see this picture. The H series laser cutting machine has a machine cover, so it is safer than J series laser cutting machine, right?
Yes. So you see here is all the finished machines in stock. So usually our customer, they come visit our company, especially for the domestic ones, because now the COVID-19 is very serious. Some customer from foreign countries, they cannot come in China, so we show them many videos of our factory. But this is where we show them when they come to the factory and we do the machine test and to see the machine's process quality.
Oh, so now your factory also have so many machines in stock or not?
Yes, we have many machines in stock. Mostly for the most common machine model, we can arrange shipment from 7 to 14 days most.
I think because I know this is March is hunting festival on the Alibaba, right?
Yes.
So I think you have many machines wait for shipping, right?
Yes, we have prepared many machines, especially for this March season, because on Alibaba we know we have a large promotion and discount for the customer. So obviously our order are increased in this time of the year.
So if you need the laser cutting machine now, you can place the order on Alibaba, and our colleague will contact you and will send many machine details to you for your reference.
Yes.
This is some simple bio laser cutting machine.
Yes, these are some samples cut by our laser cutting machine. Different power and different machine size.
Okay. And so this simple is the thickness of this simple is very high, right?
Yes, this is the material was carbon steel and it was cut by the 3015G laser cutting machine. And you can see all the cutting surface are very smooth, which is due to our laser cutting power. So different power can cut different thickness workpiece, which will be consequenced on the machine surface smoothness, and you can see you basically can see the result more clear. So to judge which machine power you used to cut the workpiece.
Now many suppliers make a so low price for the laser cutting machine, but the quality with our machine is very different. Later will show you some details of our quality control of laser cutting machine.
And these are also some workpiece cut by our machines. So for the laser cutting machine, it's not only capable for cutting some common plate material, but also some angle sheet and the tube material we can cut by using our laser machine. Just a different model. If you want to cut some a tube-shaped material, we will suggest the high-speed tube cutting machine or the laser cutting AM series. So here are some videos to show you the finished sample we cut by using the laser machine. So you can see this is the sample, and all these small holes are cut by the laser head. And this is the stainless steel material, but in the old way, people usually use the punching machine or they do it by manual. But now we have the laser equipment. It can cut materials in very delicate, and the accuracy is very high. So this machine can do many samples like this, and they can cut it perfect. Besides the round tube, our laser machine also can cut some square-shaped workpiece, such as this one. So this tube shape is a square, and we cut it on our laser series AM series.
Only AM series can cut in these materials. Do you have other different series to cut in this square tube?
Okay, for all the tube material, we have the M series, AM series, and the high-speed tube cutting series. Also HM series, but which is there are very many different series machine, and I will show you later in the following podcast. So be patient, and we'll get there. So for many tube material, we can cut it by using many of the different machine models.
Because I know from this picture, this symbol is the angle steel, right?
Yes.
Because I know for the angle punching machine also can punch the holes on the angle steel, but the biggest thickness is only 60. What's the biggest thickness can cut by your laser pipe tube cutting machine?
Laser pipe tube cutting machine, the biggest thickness is 30 millimeters.
Different materials can also reach 30 materials.
Different materials, they are different thickness, but for this this workpiece showed in the picture are carbon steel material, and for carbon steel, the laser power usually can cut up to 30 millimeter.
Okay, I know.
And here are some more special designed workpiece. We cut it by the laser. So the laser cutting machine can not only cut some holes or some regular shape, it can also be designed to make a special shape workpiece, and you can assemble this workpiece to make one design artwork, such as this one. And from this video, you can see this machine is quite small size. I think this is our AL 1313 machine model.
Yes, because the work table size is very small.
So you can see you place one metal plate, and you can design the whatever shape you want cut on the machine software, and it will cut the machine automatically.
The speed, the speed is very fast for the laser cutting machine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, the speed for the laser cutting machine is very fast, and you can see the z-axis is traveled seamlessly with the x and yz. So yes, the speed and the machine's cutting accuracy for the laser cutting machine. If you have enough budget, we are suggesting to use laser instead of the carbon dioxide cutting machine. And this is the finished sample. You can see all the special design shape, and you can easily assemble this artwork by those pieces we just cut it. Okay, so that's enough about the machine's factory we have introduced you, and also the some cutting samples. So you will have a basic understanding of the factory and our manufacture plant. Also, you know some workpiece and artwork that can be finished by our machine. So next, for the next part, we are going to introduce you all those different machine models we mentioned above, and how do we choose the right model for your own production needs. So for the laser cutting machine, basically you can choose the model from three main factors, which are the material and the machine workpiece thickness, and also the workpiece size. So for materials, we have usually the laser cutting machine can cut four main material, which are the carbon steel, the stainless steel, and the brass and aluminum. So, and each of the material, the laser power are different to cut the thickness. So, for example, for the carbon steel, it's the most easy one to cut by the same laser power, and the next following is the stainless steel, and after that is the brass and the aluminum.
Only the material can choose different power.
For the different power after these 3 points, also the machine size, the power is determined by the material and the material's maximum thickness. So also the another factor is the machine workpiece size.
Okay, so if you want to choose the laser cutting machine, if you ask Chris will ask you for 3 questions. One, the first question is what is your cutting materials? And the second question is what's the thickness of your workpiece? And the third question is what's the size of your workpiece, your whole workpiece?
Yes. And after these 3 points are confirmed, the model can be preliminarily judged and recommended. 1 to 3 kilowatts, generally only G series. M series are pushed. A series or H series or AM series, HM series can be recommended for more than 3 kilowatts, and models that meets their budget, and the industry are recommended based on the budget.
Okay. And for the G series is our standard series. It only can cut some tube, can cut some flat sheet. And for the AM series and HM series and some high-speed tube laser cutting machine can cut some pipe tubes. And will you show us what's the cutting capacity of different materials and different thickness?
Yes, I will show you that.
Okay. Oh, this is very clear for the cutting capacity for different thickness and different materials.
Yes, and this is the 1,000 kilowatt, 1,000 watts laser cutting machine, and you can see three different material we list above, which are the carbon steel and the stainless steel, also the aluminum alloy.
Okay, if I want to cut in 12 millimeters for the carbon steel, will you suggest me to choose the 1000 power laser cutting machine?
So this is the diagram and layout for the laser cutting machine for each thickness and the machine power. And the 12 millimeter thickness is the maximum capacity our laser machine 1000 watts machine can cut. So it can cut, but for us, we will not introduce you or to suggest you to use our 1000 watts because that is our limit thickness. If you our client have some more thickness or you only want to cut 12 millimeters workpiece, we will suggest higher power rate machine. Maybe 1,500 watts. It will be more comfortable to cut 12 millimeter thickness.
Okay, I understand. For the one power 1000 power laser cutting machine can only for the 12 millimeter thickness it is the biggest cutting capacity. So if you want for the laser cutting machine you hope use long time in the future. So if you use a long time, we suggest you higher power for you for the laser cutting machine, right?
Yes, it will be use higher power cutting machine.
I saw for the different thickness and the different materials, it can the gas or laser cutting machine is also different, right?
Yes, different material. The gas will also be changed because some gas are in good result with the different material. For example, if you want to cut stainless steel, we will suggest you to use the nitrogen, and for aluminum alloy or carbon steel, oxygen gas is enough.
Okay.
And you can see here is the 1,500 watt machine and the layout for each material and the thickness it can cut. And from the last one is the 1,000 watts, so you can only cut 12 millimeter as the maximum. But in 1,500 watts, the maximum thickness for carbon steel it can cut is 16. So yes, higher machine power it comes with more higher thickness.
Okay, I have another question. If I want to cut a pipe tube, the thickness is 16 millimeters. Which model will you suggest me to use for the laser cutting machine?
Okay, if you want to cut tube material, we will suggest the M series or AM series
Yeah.
for the machine, and the machine power will not be 1,500. We will recommend you 2,000 watt machine, and that's for the professional to do. But some machine suppliers they will recommend you to do the to cut the maximum power to use the 1,500 watts because some customers they have low budget and they only want to sell the machine but not care about after sale service or the machine's quality. So that's not acceptable in Alice. And in Alice, we are introduce you the machine that you need and you can use for very long times in good condition.
Okay, so for cutting pipe tube and for cutting plate sheet, the power of laser cutting machine is also different. The power of cutting tube is higher than cutting plate sheet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is our 2,000 watts and cutting machine. You can see this is also we list this list. Three different material comes with three different high number of thickness and the machine's cutting speed will be different due to different thickness material.
Yes. For this slip show only can show you the cutting capacity of carbon steel and stainless steel and automobile steel. If you want to cut in different materials, you can follow us, and our colleague will show you more details of this machine.
Yes, and this is a 2,000 watts, and for the next is the 3,000 watts machine, which it clearly you can see in the list, which are higher thickness and the speed will be faster. And also you can see some changes in the gas for 3,000 watts machine.
Yes, if you want to choose the 2,000 power laser cutting machine, maybe we will suggest you to choose the 3,000 power laser cutting machine because the cutting speed and is different. It's really different for you to use the machine in the future.
This is 4,000 watts. And for 1,000 to 3,000 watts machine, we usually the machine bed and the model we suggest you is G series. But if you go up to 4,000 or some higher machine power rate, we will suggest some different machine model because they have a stronger structure, also can handle the more thickness workpiece.
Yes, if you want to choose the 4,000 watt or laser cutting machine, the workpiece your process is the thickness of your workpiece is very high, and so the weight of your workpiece is also very high. So so for the laser cutting machine bed structure need more high quality. So
Yes.
we will suggest you to choose the H series, right?
Yes, H series is good.
What's the biggest watt of your laser cutting machine?
For the big watts for the laser cutting machine, we can make over 10,000 and we can make 12,000 watt machine, but normally our customer wouldn't need that high. So we only put 1,000 to 6,000 watt machine in here.
Okay, for the 15 watt laser cutting machine and 15,000 watt laser cutting machine and 3,000 watt laser cutting machine is very popular in the market, right?
Yes. So besides the machine cutting power, I also list some different series machine we mentioned above with the different cutting demand and requirements. So for the most common one is the SALG series machine model, and we'll be showing you each model and some video display to show you what is the difference between all this model from G series, M series, AM series, and H series, also the T series. T series is very special. It looks very different from the other model, and we will see in the other videos. Okay.
Okay, I saw so many different model of laser cutting machine you have in your factory. Do you have some different? Do you have some uh, laser welding machine or laser cleaning machine in your factory?
Yes, we also have the laser welding machine and laser cleaning machine in the factory.
NECC is a really good supplier for you to choose the laser equipment. They not only have laser cutting machine but also have some laser welding machine and laser cleaning machine, right?
Yes.
Okay. So will you show us the laser cleaning machine and the laser welding machine in next live show?
Yes. Next
Okay.
live show will show you the laser cleaning machine and the laser welding machine. But
That's great.
yes, okay. And today, this is the G series model, and for G series model, we have SAL1313G, which you have seen earlier in the video clips we showed you. And
is this model very popular in the laser cutting machine market?
This is relatively the smallest model we have, but not the most common one. Most common one is 3015G model. It can cut workpiece from 3000 millimeter times 1500 millimeter. So that's most common for customer to use and cut. But for this model, this SAL 1313G model is also very common, and some manufacturers they have only manufactured some small components. They will use this model for cutting those pieces as well.
Okay.
And you can see the video clips here. So this is the structure display of the machine. It has a external protection shield, and you place the material inside the machine and close the door. The laser head will travel according to your program and to your designs.
Yes, from this video you can see the work table size of this model is very small. It's only 13,000 by 13,000 millimeters. So it usually used for some school, right?
Yes, some school. So for some educational use for the machine, they use this small machine model to teach their students to use the machine.
Yes, here is some simple show by this laser cutting machine. You can see it's very beautiful. You can cut different. You can cut different size and different thickness by this machine.
So okay, so as you can see from this video, you can see the inside and the internal structure of the laser cutting machine and how the laser head is traveled from each axis and cut different thickness workpiece according to the design.
What thickness of this video show?
This is the carbon steel material, and thickness was 6 millimeter, cutted by our laser 1313 10,000 watts power. So you can see the cutting surface is also very smooth and it's very accurate. The workpiece, you can show the video shows very clear.
For this model, the laser source is also requires.
Yes, all the standard laser machine, we use the laser source brand Recas.
Okay.
Only if clients they have some special demand or requirement, we can change according to their needs. Yes. So besides the 1313 model, here is the 3015G series, which is a larger machine size in size, but all the parameters are similar. So you can see this one is without the protection shield, not like 1313. So you can just place the material and the machine will cut directly from the machine bed. So yes, this is the machine display, and you can see from the all the angles of the machine.
You can see LCNC logo on the machine structure.
So very clear different. This one, the machine cut the plate material while the engineer was doing some control on the side of it, so some of the electrical spread can be damaged to the engineer. So you can see it cutting different plate and different material with different thickness, and the cutting speed is pretty fast.
So if you don't trust the cutting quality, if you also need the laser cutting machine, you can send us your drawings. We can make it simple for you to make you see it more clearly by yourself.
Yes, and we can do test to record the video of showing you how we process your workpiece by using our machine. So very much like this one.
Yes, also can make a video to you. Make a video call to you, sorry. The speed of this laser cutting machine is very fast. Is also very fast, and from this video you can see it not cut. This laser cutting machine is not cutting from carbon steel. This is cutting brass.
Brass, yes, brass.
Yeah.
Here are some other cutting materials to show you here. So as we see, in the above video, those laser cutting machines are only cutting some same size workpiece, but you can also have some special design, like this one is a finished artwork we can see. So the laser cutting machine, once you design a drawing and put the drawing in the program, it can cut one finished artwork.
Okay. If after the epidemic, you can come to China and visit our factory, and we have a simple display in our factory. You can see it more clearly.
And this is our laser cutting machine doing flying cut. Flying cut is one cutting process. It will cut workpiece very fast and just non-stop. You can see it cuts from different angles, and it's very fast and similar production. Cut one similar shape for multiple times.
Yes. No, many customers use the platter cutting machine, and the speed is different with the laser cutting machine. From this video, you can see it very clearly, and the speed of this machine, this cutting machine is very fast for cutting 1 millimeters carbon steel.
You can see our machine table was cutting very stable when the laser was doing the cutting. So yes, there are some cutting samples, and this one was cut by using a 1,500 power rate laser cutting machine. So higher power rate cutting machine can cut more thickness workpiece. For example, this one the machine was cutting the carbon steel with 8 millimeter, and you can see the machine workpiece surface are very smooth and very shine. So that's the difference between using 1,000 watt machine and a 1,500 watt machine. You can see the difference not only from the machine thickness but also the surface of the workpiece. And from this next video, we show you 1,000 watt machine cutting 2 millimeter copper material.
For the copper scale is very difficult to cutting. So if you want to cutting these materials, maybe you can follow us and we will we will contact you and our sales manager will send more machine details and the machine quotation to you.
Yes. So follow us, and we'll have our special sales to contact and suggest you the right model. For example, you can show us the thickness or the materials. Better if you can send us some drawing of your design, so we can test your material on our machine and send you the samples to check. So this one is cutting 3 millimeter thickness stainless steel work shape, and you can see the video. The design was a tire, so this is a tire material, and you cut it by 1,000 watts machine.
Yes, after cutting we will make a sample for you.
And we'll record one video like this to show you what's the power machine we use and how we cut it and what the sample looks like. So all the above is enough about our G series machine, and the following one is the SAL5 3015A model. And this model, the difference between the G series is the machine bed. We change a little and add some decoration and some more components on the machine bed. Also, the controller looks different. So as you can see, this is the machine display. With the A series model, we also have a exchange bed attached on the back of the machine. So the exchange bed have one very big advantage is to switch the bed, which switch the material very fast without some manual labor work. So you can collect the finished cutting sample from another bed while the other bed was already switched to the cutting area. So it can cut the area while you collect the finished workpiece.
Yes, from this video I can see the difference between A series and the G series. The first difference between A series and G series is work table. For the A series, the work table can change, right?
Yes.
And what's the other difference between these two models?
The other two difference is the control. So for G series, the control was attached on the machine body, but A series was a more developed one or involved model. So it has a control cabin on itself on besides the machine. Also, the machine structure looks a little different. For the G series, we don't have the brand name and the decoration on the machine front, but A series we have it.
Okay, and when for these two model laser cutting machine, both of these two laser cutting machine can cut pipe plate sheet, right?
Yes, plate sheet.
And if I want to cut the plate sheet, when will I choose the G series and when I will choose the A series?
Okay, G series and A series. The most important thing is to depends on your purchase budget. If you have enough budget, we obviously going to introduce you the A series machine because it have uh, a better machine performance. You can doing the work is more fast in production. It will save you a lot of time to move the material from the bed and to put the material in the bed because it's for G series is no extra table, but A series we have that table, and this is the most important difference.
Okay, I think if I want to choose below three thousand watt laser cutting machine, I can choose G series. It's if I want to choose like 4,000 watt laser cutting machine, I can choose A series, right?
Yes.
Yes. And for the work table, for the machine structure, quality is also different. If because for the A series and H series is usually used for some high power laser cutting machine.
Right.
And the structure of the machine is with high quality.
So as you see in this video, also some workpiece we cut it by our A series machine, and you see the difference. The for A series, those workpiece looks very in high thickness, so which will use over 3,000 watts machine power. That's why we recommend the A series machine instead of G series.
Yes. All of this simple is processed by our laser cutting machine. You can see the cutting effect is very high. It's very good.
And this machine model is our SAL AM series. So the main difference between the A series and AM series is the actual M. And what does the M letter means? You can see above in the pictures. It shows you very clear. For the M series, it will add another tube cutting device in the side of the machine. So for AM series, it can cut also the plate sheet and also tube materials, which we'll show you in the video. So yes, this is a exact layout for the AM series. It has 3015 G's machine bed, which the cutting length is 3,000 millimeter times 1,500 millimeter. But for the AM, the tube cutting device, it can cut over 6 meter long tube sheet, and it can cut the round tube, also the square tube side.
What's the biggest pipe tube and the square tube we can cut with this machine? What size?
Okay, the biggest square tube we can cut is the diameter is 220 millimeter for tube material, for pipe material, and for square tube, you can cut the length up to 155 millimeter.
No, I think it's 40. Oh,
For
100
140 millimeter for the
Yes.
square tube material.
yes.
And
For the angle steel, the largest size of angle steel can cut only also 140 millimeters.
yes, and here are some components we show you of our AM series. This is the control cabin, which are very different from the G series. The control cabin was individual set besides the machine body, so you can control the design, the graphic, and put program in the control cabin. It will control the whole machine. Also for this AM series, for the software, it has two different software. One for the plate cutting device, and another is for the tube cutting device. And this is the software you can see.
And for the control system, software for cutting pipe and cutting pet sheet use only uh, one software or two
For
software.
of course two software. For the plate cutting side, we use the hypercut or the cybercut, and for the tube cutting device, one side the software we use is the tube cutting software.
Okay. For cutting tube and cutting pet sheet use different control system.
And this one picture shows you some components of the AM series, and this is the drag chain on the tube cutting device. So this is the drag chain. It will move the tube from back and forward to control the tube. And this is the lighting system, also the manual control for the tube cutting device. And
This is the trunk of the AM series laser cutting machine.
yes, this is the trunk of the laser cutting machine, and the diameters we mentioned above is only for the standard trunk. If our customers they have some larger diameter workpiece, we can adjust or we can change the standard trunk to a larger one, so it can hold a larger workpiece on the cutting device to cut it. So yes, the trunk not only clamping the workpiece, also the trunk will spin. So so we call it the spindle trunk. It will rotate workpiece while the laser head was powering the laser head was cutting the material.
Yes.
And for the next machine model, it's our G series. H series. And for the H series and the G series, there are many different machine sets you can see. Different machine tables. This one also have one exchange table, and also the control cabinet was displayed in its own beside the machine. And as we mentioned before, the H series machine, the biggest feature is this protection shield. You can protect the engineer from getting any damage by cutting the workpiece.
Here is a video to show you.
So this is the structure layout for the machine. Without moving out the protection shield, this is what it looks like in the inside of the machine. So you can change the work table, exchanging the work table very easily. And for H series, it's mainly used to cut some high thickness, which will be using very high machine power rate. So it needs to have a protection shield to protect the electric spark from sprawling around the machine floor.
Yes. Also have some video to show you the internal structure of this H series laser cutting machine.
So you can see the exchange bed and the machine body. And one difference between the H series and the AM series, even though they have the control cabin individual on one side, but H series the control electrical plate was installed on the H series machine body.
Yes, from this video you can see the thickness of this workpiece is very high, and from this video it is cutting carbon steel, and the thickness is 14 millimeters. So if you want to cut in some thickness workpiece, you can choose this series laser cutting machine. And the cutting effect is also very good. Oh, this is cutting 20 millimeter brass, right?
Yes, 20 millimeter brass.
So you're cutting different materials with different thickness.
And you can see all these materials it was cutting is very high thickness, which if you do not use the strong machine structure like the H series, it will be easily damaged. It will cause easy damage to the machine manipulator by some sparkle particles.
Yes, from this picture you can see the thickness of this is very high.
And we show you many different materials. This is the yellow brass and the carbon steel, stainless steel, also aluminum. So for each series, it comes with high machine power and high machine power with the very high thickness, especially for this piece. It was cutting. You can see the cutting surface is very smooth. So if you have high thickness workpiece to cut, we will suggest you the H series because it gives you enough protection for the manipulator. Also, it will give a much high stable machine bed to cut the machine. This is 16 millimeter carbon steel. We cut this shape material to show you the cutting surface smoothness, and also this type of shape material was particularly popular for customer to choose from. And this is the 20 millimeter carbon steel. So you can see all the machine cutting process was to focus the laser head with the plate material with only a little distance between the material, and it will inject the gas into the material to cut the material. So the surface is very smooth, and we give enough support for the gas, and very stable machine bed, which will be a high performance in workpiece as a result.
Yes, it is cutting 30 millimeters carbon steel. If you also want to cut in some high thickness workpiece, you can follow us, and you can also place the order on the Alibaba, and we will send you the quotation.
Yes.
And after you see our factory and control quality and our machine details, you will choose us. And ABCC is a good supplier for you to in the future.
So this is the inner structure for the HC machine, and the exchange bed for the machine's structure. And for H series machine, there are two very special features. One, you can see in the laser cutting head, it has some lighting and some decoration on the cutting head, and also you can have a camera installed in the internal structure of the machine, so you can view the picture or view the video of the inside cutting process. And for the last model is the HM series. For laser cutting machine HM series, it have one big spindle chunk with the machine cutting plate work table together, which it's very similar with the AM series, but change the A to H letter, it will put an extra protection shield above the machine. So let's see the video. So this is a layout for HM series. You have the protection shield to cover both cutting units, whether the tube cutting sheet and the plate cutting sheet. The doors also can open and close from the front side and from the left side. This is a flying cut process. So the laser cutting power is very strong for H series. It can cut multiple process demand, whether you need to do the fly cut or you cut very high thickness workpiece. It can do all the cutting demand.
Yes, from this video you can see the truck and rotating.
And there are some finished workpiece cut by the machine.
Yes, some U-steel, pipe tube, and angle steel, and square pipe tube.
So another very special machine model is the high-speed tube cutting machine, which we have two models. Which one is the 6016T and the 6020T model, and it can only cut the tube material, but in very fast speed.
Yes, if you want to cut in pipe and the length of your workpiece under below 6 meters, you can choose this model.
Yes. And here are some cutting machines videos to show you.
I think this is the AL6025 model tube laser cutting machine, right?
Yes. So for the tube laser cutting machine, we also have many different machine models.
Yes, it have a automatic feeding for this machine. If you don't need, you can only choose the standard model.
So you can see it cuts the channel steel, angle steel, square tube, and oval tube, a rectangular tube, and many just tube size material. It can cut all of them. Just make sure the spindle chunk can clamp in your material enough size. And this is the auto feeding unit. The auto feeding system will place your material automatically on the cutting work table, and it will clamp the work table, clamp the materials by using this device.
Yes. This model is customized by our European customer.
Okay. Yes.
So if you also like this model, you can also contact us, and we will send this video to you. You can learn more information by yourself with this video. Also some simple display by this machine. Each beam it also can process each beam. So if you want to if you want to high cutting speed, you can choose this, not choose the beam drilling machine.
Yes.
we have many videos to show you to let you see it more clearly.
So this is a high-speed tube laser cutting machine. We do the travel test for the feeding unit and for the clamping trunk unit. So here are the laser cutting power. You cut when the laser was doing cutting, the spindle also can rotate and the feeding will automatically going back and forth. So cutting different shape materials from square tube to a round tube to angle sheet and to the H-beam machine, all of it can be cutted by using the tube cutting machine. So the tube cutting laser is one very good choice for a customer. If you only have some multiple tube material you need to process or you need to cut without any plate sheet, so you can buy only one tube cutting device, and this is very high speed one. So it will cater your process demand perfect.
Yes. And for this machine, the delivery of this machine is about 45 days. So if you like this machine, please quickly to place the order on Alibaba. This video is also showing you cutting square tube.
And for this video, you can see this clamping trunk was manufactured and designed by our own company. So we have our very strong engineer and technical team in LECNC. Also, we have very strong production capacity in LECNC. For this spindle trunk, it can rotate 4 rounds at 1 second, which is very fast for a laser cutting machine. And for the next following parts, we are going to have my colleague to show you some machine's main components, as we have introduced you enough about each of the machine model and series.
Yes.
So all these machine model and series have some similar component to assemble it together, and we'll have Nina to introduce you all the following details.
Yes.
Hello, this is Nina. Now, let me introduce you of the accessories of the laser machine.
Yes. We have talked about our laser cutting machine factory and different model of laser cutting machine. Then we will make an introduction about our laser cutting machine part.
Yes. First, you can see the picture. It is our
Line view testing.
The part is lightweight and high rigidity and guarantee high spin movement during laser process. And at the same time, it has perfect dynamic performance, such as torsion, overturning, and deformation, and so on. Ensure high cutting accuracy.
Yes.
And
This is machine frame processed by yourself.
yes, let me introduce to you. This the bed of the machine divided into two types. One is below 3 kilowatt and the other is above 3 kilowatt. And the one below 3 kilowatt avoiding through white process, and show you some videos.
Yes, if you choose the power below 3000 watt, and if you choose the power above,
Below 3 kilowatt.
yes, is the machine bed is different.
Yes.
Yes, this is machine frame processed by ourselves. Also have a video to show you more clearly.
And about 3 kilowatt high-touch laser cutting machine, flat welding bed, sinker bed is more suitable for demand of power below 3 kilowatt.
Yes, and the quality of the different power laser cutting machine is also different.
Yes.
Because if you want to choose some above 3000 watt laser cutting machine, the workpiece cutting is very have a larger weight, right?
Yes.
So it needs a high quality machine bed to hold the workpiece.
Yes.
You have so many videos for the work table.
Yes, this is each series work table.
Yes, for the each series it have two work table.
Yeah.
Can change.
And this is our laser source.
What's the standard laser source of your laser cutting machine?
You can see the photo. Our standard laser source is Recourse, and
It is from China.
yes.
Okay.
Recourse is China brand, and
If I want to choose other brand, you can also try for me.
Yes, like IPG or Max.
Okay.
Yeah. I can show you a video.
For recurse laser source. Okay. From here you can see the recurse laser source.
Yes. And this is other laser source IPG, American brand. And if you want to change this laser source, you.
So you want to choose the IPG laser source with the laser cutting machine. You can follow us and we will give you the quotation of laser cutting machine with IPG laser source. Right?
Yes, but here is the point. If you want to replace the IPG laser source with the same power, you need to increase the cost.
Okay, so with the IPG laser source and with the recurse laser source, the price is different.
Yes.
We suggest you to choose the recurse laser source.
Yes, recurse.
Yes.
This is the photo is other laser source Max. You can see the photo. The Max is also a Chinese brand.
Okay. So only the IPG is a
American.
brand.
Yes.
As
Records and,
and
Max.
Max is a Chinese brand.
Yes. And this is our leather hand.
What's the difference between your laser hand with other supplier laser head?
Let's introduce you.
Okay, great.
The leather hand, our leather hand with autofocus function. When processing printing plant of different materials and thicknesses, the machine can quickly adjust the focus to the optimal position to achieve the best result.
Okay, so the
The leather hand is a very high
accuracy.
Yes.
Have many photos to show you the laser head.
Yes. And
What's this, Nina?
this is hydraulic
System.
Yes. And this is a video to introduce the hydraulic system. And our hydraulic system with a load bearing caption of 30 tons.
Yes, it have 30 tons capacity, right?
Yes.
So during the epidemic, if you want to see more machine details by your own eyes, you can contact us and we can make a video call to show you.
Yes.
And recently we have many customers to make a video call with us, right?
Yes.
From different country.
And this is our electric system.
What's the brand of the electrical system?
Now our electric system is Delta. Before we use Schneider.
Why you change the brand of electrical system?
The Delta system is more after sales service comprehensive, and if you want to change this part, you can find a seller in your local area, but if you want to change use Schneider electric system, we can satisfy you, but it will be affected the delivery date. But if you not very access to use this machine and you want to use Schneider, you can choose the Schneider. But our standard electric system is Tilda.
Okay, so for the Tilda electrical system, the after sales service is better than Schneider brand.
Yes.
And the delivery time for our standard electrical system is also quicker than the Schneider electrical system.
Yeah.
So the Tilda electrical system is the best choice for you. Here is a video show us the electrical system.
Yes.
This is an electrical system with air conditioning. This is the electrical system in the out of the laser cutting machine.
And this is air conditioning.
Yes. This is the transmission.
Yes.
And for the transmission, which brand do you use for the laser cutting machine?
We use PMI or Taiwan Heavy. The brand is well known and the quality is guaranteed.
Okay.
And if you want to replace this part later, you can find a seller in the local area, and will save you more time to replace the part.
Yes, for these two famous brand transmission part, you it's very convenient for you to use in the future.
Yes.
Here is the video.
This is scalar rack and iron protection.
You can see with the famous brand Garand and the transmission part, it have high accuracy with the machine.
Yes. And this is our smoke extraction device. You can see through the video.
This is your semi-finished machine.
Yes. The smoke extraction device extract push-pull partition smoke exhaust combination of upper and lower exhaust.
Okay, have two videos to show you.
Will make your stuff cleaner and easier to control the machine work.
All this machine part is processed by yourself,
No,
and for some machine bed and machine structure is processed by yourself.
yes,
Yeah.
but some parts we
You punch it by other brand, right? Like electrical system and control system.
yes. This is our
Control system.
Yes, control system. And the laser cutting machine and the laser tube cutting machine has different control system. But for the AM series, tube and sheet integrated machine, there are two control systems for switching.
Yes, for cutting pipe and cutting bed sheet with different control system.
Yes.
And if you want to know more details of this machine, you can follow us. And if you bought the machine from us, we will send the video to teach you how to use the control system and how to use the machine.
And this is our voltage
Stabilizer, right?
stabilizer.
And we have talked about our standard machine parts.
Yes, this is optional
Machine
part.
part.
Yes.
So if I want to use in different area, I can choose this machine part.
Yes. For example, Canada. His voltage frequently doesn't match the machine, and it is necessary to replace the motor and add a stabilizer to ensure the safe operation of the machine.
Yes, it is usually used for some American and
Canada.
like Canada and Mexico customers.
Yes.
What's this, Nina?
This is ventilator.
Oh, okay.
And this is also optional.
So if I want to buy this part, I need to pay some money for you.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is our air compressor. This is also optional. If you think our price is right, you can order it from us, and we can ship it from the machine to you. And if you have a better choice, you can buy it locally. And my customers uh, uh, buy buy from us, yes, and we ship it to him.
Oh, okay. So if I think the price your air compressor is very high, I can bought this part by ourselves
Yes,
in my country.
yes,
Okay, but I think if you choose licensing, uh, they will they will not only the business partner but also the friend, right?
yes,
Yes, and the price is not very different between from your country.
mm,
This is the water cooling.
yes,
This is also the optional machine part.
yes.
Okay.
And this is air conditioning. Show you some videos. Air conditioning meaning to ensure the machine's working environment and temperature are suitable. You can also buy it locally.
And then you can also buy it from us.
Yes.
And we can, if you buy this machine part from us, we can ship it together with the machine. So also some picture to show you the air conditioning.
And this is the leather pop cutting machine part. The
And
truck.
this part is usually used HM series and AM series, right?
Yes.
And the trunk can rotate.
Yes. Usually for pop cutting machine.
But I think this is our standard part.
Yes, yes.
This machine is
You can see through the video and the truck and the machine is working.
and the trunk can rotate when the machine is working. And from today video show, we make an introduction about our factory and control quality control and our different model of laser cutting machine and some machine part. And thank you for you watching our live show.
Yes,
And,
if you are interested in our machine,
You can follow us and you can contact us. we will send more details of the laser cutting machine to you.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.多久啊？
正好半小时。我看时间正好。
在后边讲的话也讲了多，那一会儿你再说说这摄影机。
哦，你要不讲这么多 PPT 了，都没讲完。
对。
你以后不准给我在这稿子念，你在这稿子念，我就弄死你。你自己念着不知道多长了，就在这打根。
不是，我好多，我刚开始的时候，我自己在这儿的时候，我感觉我都背下来了，真的。但是一上去了之后，我真的就傻了，就。
你说的那些都是一些很专业的名词，
然后，学校公司名非常神奇的是，你知道那个牛肉干的儿子吗？还有汉奸。我现在有6台汉奸机。
但是你们那个拉脱维亚
就是
咋样？
有更多的。
对。神奇
呀，
啊！
拉脱维亚咋样？
哪个拉脱维亚了？
那个拉脱维亚很撕逼，他从我们群组里退了都。
可能是买了
没有吧？
因为他不是他就一直在撒谎，就说现在有很多家供应商给他就那个回扣的
退群了，他还搭理你们
搭理，就撕惹着他还搭理，他那天
就逼着你们降价了。
对，很撕逼的就退群了。
太过分了！
老郭你的。
烫手了。 你叫啥了？
烦死了！